Hi everyone, welcome back to Frugal Watchbox channel. Today we're taking a deep dive, literally and figuratively, into the Casio MTD-1087, a diver-style watch I've been using on and off for the past 3 years. And by on and off, I mean I wore it, stored it, forgot about it, then picked it up again, only to realize the battery had died twice. Yep, I've changed the battery 2 times, the last one just 2 days ago, which is what reminded me. Oh yeah, I should probably review this thing. I originally bought this watch 3 years ago for just $40 and back then, it was an absolute steal. Now, it's a bit harder to find, which is a shame because it's still a great budget-friendly option. Has it held up? Short answer? Well, it still tells time after the fresh battery swap, so that's a win. But let's talk about how it's aged. Scratches? Oh yeah, the case, bezel, crystal, and bracelet all show battle scars from 3 years of use and neglect. It's proof that this watch has been through some daily wear and probably bumped into way too many door frames. If you like that well-loved, rugged look, congrats, it's built in. The bezel action still rotates. Not the smoothest thing in the world, but hey, at least it hasn't frozen up. Bracelet? It's got its fair share of desk diving marks, but it's still comfortable. If it ever gets too scratched up, a simple strap swap could give it a fresh look. Crystal? It's not sapphire, so yeah, scratches happen. But nothing so bad that you can't still read the time. When I first got this watch, I was seriously impressed. A budget-friendly diver-style watch with 100 meters of water resistance, a rotating bezel, and that classic Casio reliability. Basically, everything I need in an everyday beater watch. And let's be real, finding an affordable dive-style watch that doesn't feel cheap is a challenge. But Casio pulled it off with this one. Let's talk specs. Stainless steel case, bezel, crown, and case back, so it's got some solid build quality. 100 meters water resistance, fine for swimming, but maybe don't go deep-sea diving with it. Rotating bezel, great for timing things or just fidgeting when you're bored. Wide day display at 12 o'clock, big, bold, and easy to read. Date window at 6 o'clock, not something you see every day, which gives it a unique look. Regular timekeeping with 3 hands, hour, minute, and second. Accuracy, plus or minus 20 seconds per month, which is pretty good for a quartz watch at this price. It's simple, functional, and built to take a beating. If you're after an affordable, no-fuss watch that just works, the Casio MTD-1087 is definitely worth checking out. Let's check the case dimensions before proceeding. Case size, 44.5 millimeters, a solid presence on the wrist, but not overly bulky. Lug-to-lug distance, 51 millimeters, so if you have smaller wrists, it might stretch out a bit. Thickness, 10.5 millimeters, relatively slim for a diver-style watch, so it slides under a cuff pretty easily. Lug width, 22 millimeters, great for strap swaps if you ever want to change up the look. Weight, with the original resin band, about 83 grams, meaning it's lightweight and comfortable for all-day wear. Now, originally, this watch comes with a resin strap, which is comfortable, but let's be honest, can feel a little too sporty at times. So, I swapped it out for a stainless steel bracelet, and not just any bracelet. This one came from 8J Springs Watch, which, if you don't know, is a sister company of Seiko. And I gotta say, the steel bracelet completely changes the look. It gives the MTD-1087 a more premium, everyday wear feel. It's still a rugged beater, but now it has a bit more presence on the wrist. Plus, it balances out the case size nicely. So, if you own this watch and want to upgrade the feel, a good stainless steel bracelet is definitely worth considering. The stainless steel case has held up surprisingly well over the past year. Sure, it's got some minor scratches, but nothing unexpected for a watch that's actually been worn. No deep dings or major damage, which speaks to the durability of Casio's build quality. At 44.5 millimeters, it's definitely on the larger side, but thanks to the curved lugs, it wears comfortably, even on medium-sized wrists. It doesn't feel like a brick strapped to your arm. And at 10.5 millimeters thick, it's relatively slim for a diver-style watch, meaning it slides under a cuff easily and works as a great everyday watch. Now let's talk about the bezel. It's click-based, which means it turns smoothly, but it's not the most precise bezel out there. After some use, signs of wear are showing, especially on the blue color at the top inverted triangle, where there's noticeable discoloration. It still rotates fine, but don't expect that crisp, satisfying feedback you'd get from a proper dive watch. So, while it's functional, it's not the best bezel if you're planning on actual diving. But for everyday use, timing your coffee, instant noodles, or pretending to be a professional diver in the bathtub, it gets the job done. Alright, let's take a closer look at the case, bezel, and dial, because this watch definitely has some interesting details worth mentioning. The case and bezel are both stainless steel, and after years of use, they've got their fair share of scratches, but nothing that takes away from the overall look. It just adds a bit of character, or, as I like to call it, experience points. The large crown is well protected with crown guards, which is a nice touch. Gives it that real diver watch feel without the actual screw-down crown. Now, onto the bezel. It's numbered from 10 to 50, giving it that classic dive watch aesthetic. The 12 o'clock triangle has a dot, which seems to be loomed, a small but nice detail. From 12 to 3 o'clock, you get blue dots, a subtle design element that gives the watch a bit of extra flair. The glass is mineral crystal, which means it'll resist most minor scratches, but don't go rubbing it against brick walls. It's not sapphire. The blue dial is beautiful, with a bit of sunburst effect that catches the light just right. It also has horizontal lines running across, giving it a bit of texture instead of just being a flat, boring dial. The hour markers are white loomed bars, double bars at 12 o'clock for easy orientation. Longer bars at 3, 6, and 9 to help with legibility. Smaller bars for the rest, keeping things balanced. There's a wide day display sitting just below the 12 o'clock marker, making it easy to read. Right below that, you've got the prominent white Casio logo, because of course Casio wants you to know who made this thing. The hour and minute hands are large and bold. Sword-like hour hand, because why not add a bit of medieval weaponry to your wrist? Arrowhead's second hand, so you always know exactly where it's pointing. Both hands are loomed at the tips, making them visible in low light. The base of the hour and minute hands is black, adding contrast and making them stand out even more. The second hand is special. It's red, with a black base which adds a sporty vibe and helps with readability. At the bottom of the dial, you'll find some tiny printed details. Water resist 100 meters, because Casio wants you to remember this isn't just for looks, it's actually functional. Right below that, the date display, framed in white for better visibility. And at the very bottom, if you squint, you'll see Japan movement, a subtle reminder that Casio knows what they're doing when it comes to reliability. Overall, the dial has a lot of thoughtful details, making it a solid, everyday watch with great legibility. Now, let's talk about the stainless steel bracelet, because I swapped out the original resin strap immediately after buying this watch. Nothing against the resin strap, but I wanted something more solid and premium feeling right from the start. Minor scratches? Yeah, a few here and there, but nothing too serious. It's just part of wearing the watch, battle scars of everyday life. The bracelet has solid stainless steel links, which is a huge upgrade over cheap folded links. It feels sturdy, comfortable, and well-built. None of that jangly, rattling nonsense. It complements the watch beautifully, giving it a more refined, versatile look instead of just a sporty vibe. Now the clasp. It has an easy release button, which makes putting it on and taking it off quick and hassle-free. No nail-breaking struggles here. And here's a fun little detail. There's a J Springs logo on the clasp instead of Casio. Not gonna lie, it's a bit funny seeing a Seiko sister company's branding on a Casio watch. But hey, this bracelet is really good, so I'm not complaining. Flipping it over, we've got the screw-in case back, which is also stainless steel. It's got some noticeable scratches because, let's be real, casebacks take a beating whenever you set the watch down. In the center, you've got the Casio logo imprinted, loud and clear. Other imprints includes Japan movement, a reminder of that classic Casio reliability. Module and model numbers, because Casio loves printing technical details on their watches. Water-resistant tin bar, 100M, meaning you don't have to baby this thing around water. Showers, rain, dishes? No problem. Deep-sea diving? Maybe not. And a few other specs and markings, just in case you ever need them. Overall, both the bracelet and case back have held up well over time. The bracelet upgrade was 100% worth it, and the case back is doing its job, keeping everything protected and running smoothly. Now let's do a quick lume check, because what's a diver-style watch without some glow-in-the-dark action, right? Surprisingly, after all these years, the lume is still as good as new. Casio may not be known for Seiko-level nuclear lume, but it definitely gets the job done. The hour and minute hands glow the brightest, which is great because those are the ones you actually need to see in the dark. No guessing what time it is. Unless you're checking the date, then good luck. The indices do glow, but not as bright. They're more of a subtle glow, like a dim night light rather than a flashlight in your face. In practical use, still visible in the dark, but if you're planning on using this as a full-on nighttime adventure watch, maybe keep a flashlight handy, just in case. Still, for a budget-friendly Casio, the lume holds up well and does what it's supposed to do. Alright, let's talk about water resistance. Because what's the point of a 100M water-resistant watch if it can't handle a little splash right? Now, I'll be honest, I haven't had the chance to fully soak this watch underwater or take it for a swim. Blame my lack of spontaneous diving adventures. Now, let's talk about what really matters in a watch. Does it keep good time? The answer? Absolutely. The quartz movement inside is still running like a champ, proving once again that Casio knows how to make reliable, no-nonsense timepieces. Over the past year, it's been gaining about 6 seconds per month, which is actually better than Casio's official plus or minus 20 seconds per month spec. Not bad at all. No weird time jumps, stutters, or lagging seconds. It just does its job without any drama. It's low maintenance, accurate, and hassle-free, which is exactly what you want from an everyday beater watch. No need to baby it, no need to adjust it every other day. Just wear it and go. Definitely no complaints in the accuracy department. Now let's talk about how this watch wears, because size matters, right? At 44.5 millimeters, this thing is definitely on the larger side, especially on my 6.5-inch wrist. No sugarcoating it. It's big and bold. But here's the thing, I don't mind at all. In fact, I like it. The curved lugs help it sit comfortably, so it doesn't feel like it's awkwardly hanging off my wrist. It has a solid presence without feeling ridiculously oversized. And let's be honest, a diver-style watch is meant to have some wrist presence. Sure, if you have smaller wrists, it might look a bit chunky, but if you like the style, just wear it. At the end of the day, comfort and confidence matter more than perfect proportions. Alright, after 3 years with this watch, let's break it down into the good and the not so good, because no watch is perfect, right? Pros: affordable for a dive-style watch. You're getting that classic diver look without spending a fortune. Budget-friendly and stylish? Can't complain. Solid build and durable case. Despite the scratches, this watch has held up really well. It's a tough little tank that can take everyday wear without falling apart. Accurate quartz movement. Only 6 seconds gain per month? That's way better than Casio's own specs. Reliable, hassle-free, and no constant adjusting needed. Comfortable on the wrist. Even at 44.5 millimeters, it sits surprisingly well thanks to the curved lugs. It's big, but it's comfy. 100 meters water resistance. While I haven't gone swimming with it, it's handled running water, rain, and daily splashes like a champ. Perfect for everyday use. Cons: stock strap is basic and could be better. The resin strap is functional, but that's about it. Feels cheap, which is why I swapped it out immediately for a stainless steel bracelet. Much better choice. Lume could be stronger. The hour and minute hands are bright, but the indices? Not so much. They do glow, but it's more of a faint night light than a flashlight. Final score, 8 out of 10. A great everyday beater with classic Casio reliability. So, after 3 years, the Casio MTD-1087 has proven to be a solid, reliable, an affordable everyday watch. Sure, it's got a few scratches and quirks, but for $40, it's hard to complain. What do you think? Do you own this watch, or are you thinking about getting one? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, check out our merch, because every purchase helps keep the frugal watch box ticking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.